Mic check, mic check. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our live update today, Friday. I know it's been a long week for a lot of us. Thank you for hanging with us and sending us questions so we can keep you updated. Here at the district office, it's definitely been busy. Just wanted to thank all of our directors, our administrators, our support staff, secretaries that have been working with us all week. Our offices are closed, but our people are still here keeping social distancing and trying to help you keep on keeping on. We're fielding questions. We're planning, giving some directions for curriculum and such. One comment I need to make, you've had some directives, especially this is for our employees and especially our administrators, our principals. We need you to respond to emails 9, 12, and 3. You remember, all district employees have a directive to check emails, and attached to that is respond. There are some actions we need to take as a cabinet that are very much dependent upon your input. And if you want input, you have to give it. Otherwise, we're going to march on. There are decisions that need to be made. And we're trying to give as much input as possible, but that input has to be virtually. And so don't get angry with us if there's some big time decisions that are going to be made yet today. There's some questions that have been posed to you on emails, and we haven't had very good response in some of those areas with some of our employees. Many of you have been fantastic. But just remember our district directive, you're on duty and you are supposed to be checking emails at 9, 12, and 3 and responding to those emails. So I thank you for doing that. First day of spring today, but obviously snow. So hopefully everybody's safe. Those of us that drove to work this morning, the roads were, a little treacherous, but everybody's here, and just wish you guys all safety as well. You all know throughout the year, part of that effort in providing safety is by our great custodial and maintenance crew. And Doyle Smith is our director of maintenance, and he's here with us today. And I wanted him just to visit with you. We have not only our own custodial and maintenance people from the district, we also have a night cleaning service, and they're all combined forces. And I'll let Doyle talk about that and what's going on. But man, what a great group of people, hardworking group of people. And during this time when buildings are somewhat empty, they're going to town. They're in almost summer mode where they're doing a lot of work. So I'll let him share that. So I'd like to let Doyle Smith talk to you for a little bit. Thank you. Come on in, Doyle. I'm pushing him in on camera.
How do my gloves look? Good morning, everybody. I just want to read and give you an update of what we're doing in all the schools. So I'll start with the high school. In the north wing, we are starting to strip and wax the gym or the floors in the north wing. So just keep that in mind. The floors in the big gym, we're going to refinish those. They were going to start this morning, but due to the weather, he couldn't make it. So next week, all the big gym, the mini dome gym, the middle school gym, Covington, and Dakota City will be refinished. Keen and the crew are working hard, and there is a night shift, and they're working hard also. The middle school, we are going to wax this weekend the 400 wing, and that connects to the high school. The 6th and 7th grade wing, we're going to wax the east library wing, and we have 2 shifts working there. Covington, we're cleaning and stripping and waxing the 3rd floor this weekend. The custodians there are cleaning classrooms. Cardinal, Landon is stripping hallways along with Teresa, and the gym is already stripped and ready for wax this weekend if they make it. And Clark, the custodian, is still under the weather, going on week 3, but she'll be back Monday. The evening shift is cleaning classrooms, and we have a group of volunteers that are cleaning classrooms during the day. Harney Nancy and coworker is stripping the long hallway. So be in mind if you happen to have to grab something or whatever there. Ian Sweat, Lisa is cleaning classrooms. Lewis and Clark, Ian Sweat, and Harney gyms will be cleaned after the other classrooms are reopened. And just remember the caution tape's up there for a reason. And we have some painting also going on in all buildings. So that's all I have for you. Hope you have a great day. Thanks.
Doyle, if they definitely need, like some of our teachers need to get back into their rooms for a reason, if there's some personal belongings that they forgot to take with them and they need it for curriculum. If they reach out to you, I'm sure you'd probably help guide them or get them there if they can.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
If there's caution tape up, that's just your clue that the floor is wet. And like I said, over the weekend, it's going to be very busy in those schools I mentioned.
Yeah. What about grounds with snow? Like give you a little bit of
Yeah, a lot of
surprise
ice.
today.
Early morning, a lot of ice. So if you're driving around, here or in the city, it's very icy, very slick still.
Yeah. Well, thanks a ton for everything you're doing.
All right. Thank you. See you guys.
We got 3 thumbs up, 4 thumbs up.
All right. Thanks, Doyle. I'd like to let Becky Eckhart, our Director of Student Services, give you an update on the health situation. If you remember, she's our direct link to our public health partners. So she'll give us an update on everything, the latest that she has from overnight. So, Becky, you want to come up? Yeah, sure.
Good morning, everybody. Hope you're all staying warm and safe. In my communication with Tiffany Hansen, the director of Dakota County Health, just this morning at 8 a.m., and you probably saw it on the news this morning, there are 32 lab confirmed cases in the state of Nebraska at this time. However, in Dakota County, we continue to have 0 confirmed cases. So good news for us. Hopefully you're all staying warm and safe inside your homes today, but would encourage you, if you do go out and about, to continue to do that social distancing. Thank you, and hope you're able to find something to relax and enjoy the weekend. Take care.
Thanks, Becky. Get any questions popping up, Lance, for anybody that we need to answer?
Yeah, we have one here that says, is school quarantine extended? Is the quarantine extended? I guess they're asking.
Well, it's right now we're just out that 10 days to the end of next week, but we'll make some decisions early next week.
It's not a quarantine either, really, but
No.
I better make sure of that.
Yeah, it's not, quarantine. The employees, you have your directions on that employee classified list. And we do, speaking of that, we had some questions come in on our FAQ document, some questions. Our Human Resources Department, Jill, she's working on a document and also a flow chart for call-in procedure. And we're expecting to be able to share that out today. That's another reason you need to check your email. That'll be coming out today sometime. And thank you for all those questions. Because if we don't have the questions, we don't know for sure what information we need to include in those documents. And we'll try to answer whatever you have. And if one, you know how it works, most of you educators that are listening, if you have one question, there's probably many more out there with the same question. So we'll try to answer those. Thank you for following the directions on that. Can you talk, Lance, about how that works again? If they do have questions, where do they ask those?
They can ask those right on our website, right under hot topics, which is like the second thing down. First, it's our calendar and the contact us part, and then it goes right to the COVID-19 coronavirus informational page. It takes you right there, and we're putting everything there. Right at the top of that page is a link to the facts document. So that's the FAQ, frequently asked questions. And if you step through there, probably 8 times out of 10, your question's going to get answered right there because we've already had it. And then if it isn't answered, there's a place to click on a form to submit your question there. We're only taking questions from 3 places. That form that I just talked about on our COVID-19 page, we'll take a let's talk question or comments. And we also are taking them on our live feed. So we try and do our best on those. If you feel like your question isn't answered, please drop me an email or resend the question using one of those ways, and we'll get to it. We just had a new question come up here, by the way. Can families walk up to grab and go lunch, or do they have to drive there?
Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely walk up there.
Or bike, or
Yeah.
run.
Yeah. Walk, bike, runs. This morning you might want to sled on up there. I don't know. But yeah, definitely promote that with your friends and family. We, like I said yesterday, we need to get some more meals out. That is a benefit of the Lunchtime Solutions program. It does not cost our district any more to serve those. They're all free, no questions asked, 18 or below. Any student can grab those.
We'll probably have some new signage coming out on that for next week. We had another question about St. Mike's, and obviously they're included in that. All kids, all children, 0 to 18 years old. We can't express that enough, but we'll make sure that St. Mike's gets a copy of our newest information this afternoon.
Just as a reward for listening, for you listeners, I'm gonna fill you in on a little hint. There's no questions asked. We don't care where you're from. We don't care who you are. As long as you're below the age of 18, you're gonna get a grab and go meal.
And someone just asked about the students need to be with parents.
Yes.
Yes.
Students have to be with parents.
Yes, students have to have a parent with them. So
I did see some high school kids get lunches without.
Well, the
Yeah.
student has to be present. The parent doesn't have to be
Yeah.
present.
okay,
Yes.
clarification. Parents don't have to be present, just the student. Just the
So if
student.
they ride their bike up there or sled
Okay.
up there or walk up there, moms and dads don't have to be present, but the child that gets the meal must be
All right,
present.
very good. Yep. So kids, show up and get a grab and go bag. It has both breakfast and lunch in there.
We had just another one. Any plans to do pickup locations at the trailer parks or other further out areas and up to our district? And the answer to that is yes. Those plans are in the works. We're trying to come up with some remote. There are some things we have to do first, and I know Aaron's working diligently to make sure we have the permissions to do that. You can't. First thing we want to do is just have this available, and then we're trying to expand it. Did I miss something on that?
Yeah, no, great question. Yeah, we have to do some paperwork to be able to do that and get some okay from the state level. So we should have that today, and those directions for that will be coming out next week. So keep tuning into this, and we'll keep you abreast of that. And we'll also blast that out on all of our social media. The pickup today is going to be from our school vehicles again. So look at all the elementary schools and the middle school. Look for the school vehicle. It'll be either a Suburban or a Cardinal van, and they'll have their flashers on. So you just drive up there, and the ladies will hand you a meal. So
Yeah, we had a question here come into that some of the parents didn't know about it or they're unable to get there. Is there any way to get flyers out to the different businesses or our apartment complex?
Sure.
And
Yeah.
like I said, we're going to have some new flyers, I think, come out this afternoon based upon what kind of changes we can make for next week to be more out there. And yes, we'll try and get those pushed out. But we're really requiring, we're pretty busy just full time here. So we really need to reach out to the kids that are taking advantage of it. We're asking them to tell their friends about it and neighbors and others so that the word gets out there about the feeding program. There's great stuff in there. Breakfast, for example, yesterday is a cereal. There's a little package of goldfish crackers. Those are all great things that even if you already had breakfast, you can save it for the next day's breakfast or maybe a late night snack. Who's going to check
Yeah.
on that?
Well, the weekend coming up, that'd be nice to have. Yeah. So there'll be more, and you're welcome to share our website, copy and paste some of the images of that flyer off of our website and text it to all your friends, relatives, whatever.
Someone just asked that the meals next week will continue daily, correct?
Yes.
I have had some parents ask this on the Remind app.
Yes, definitely. We're going to continue to push those. I mean, there'll be daily meals, and we're hoping for the addition of some more sites. So we might try to go to some areas in our community and have a pickup site as we move into next week. But we'll announce that.
Yeah, we'll get information out about that, and then we're hopeful that everybody will share that out. And I've got some roadside signs and stuff that maybe we can use if the ground is not frozen like now. But we'll try some creative ways to get that out there. And most importantly, we just need our you folks to help with that.
Yeah, definitely. So thank you all for those questions. Just again, I think I shared this earlier this week, but we meet here each morning at 8 a.m., all the cabinet, and we go through all those questions and we try to find the answers to them, get those answers out to you on that FAQ document. And so look through that document first, because there's a lot of questions that have been answered on there. And if you have new ones, please post those up to us.
We had one student, I believe it's a student, asked, do we have to get all of this work done?
Now, keep in mind, that is 10 days worth of work. So we're not trying to force feed it down your throat in one feeding. It's spread out. So just like you would in a normal school day, have your breaks and pace yourself. But we also want you to keep moving on that curriculum. We're in contact with Department of Education, and I think the word is we'll have some more direction either today or tomorrow based on what we can do with that. If we can grade it and give you some feedback and so on. So we're working hard behind the scenes to our principals and our directors, administrators, and teachers are working hard to put together some virtual online distance learning plans. One of the reasons next week, obviously we want to stop the spread and flatten that curve, but we don't have a lot of our people reporting to the buildings next week, so we can have a little time to work on that curriculum. And we're hoping to come forward with something soon that will allow us to continue to move forward with that. So if you're a student listening, keep chunking that work out, keep moving on it, keep getting smarter.
We had another question come in here. Can you send out the district remind for the lunch information? I believe on Tuesday or Wednesday, I sent a remind to 4,777 of our Remind app users about the lunch, but I will do another one as soon as I know if anything changes later today and about if there's any new information for next week, i.e. new locations and that kind of thing. So Thank you for that question. That's really good. Then another student asked, will we be able to come back after the 2 weeks? So,
Right now, I'm with you. I feel for it. We are probably going to extend that, but I'll make that announcement next week. So we are going to treat this and be hopeful 10 days by 10 days. Just keep an eye and communication, keep an eye on the situation, communicate with our health department. They are the ones that will give us the okay to come back or not. And we're doing everything we can, cleaning all the buildings, stripping floors, re-waxing. So when you do come back, everything's going to be nice and shiny and clean, and we can go to town on our education. So,
all right, there's a couple things I want to point out, if you don't mind, about the scams.
Yes, Lance, you want to
There's a couple of scams going on out there. One of them is targeting people that are interested in the COVID relief checks that are coming from the government. There's nothing you need to do to reply to emails or give them credit card information or personal information. Do not do that. Okay. The other scam is there's people out there pretending to be official school district employees. It hasn't happened here to my knowledge, but it's going on across the state in other states too, where they know that teachers are working from home or different school employees, and they might try and make it. But the good news is they're pretty easy to see that it's not really one of our emails. Like the email, they try to make it look like our email, but it's not. It's different. It's not our SSC cards on the end, or they're not using our logo. They're not using our regular tag at the bottom. So it doesn't hurt if somebody's asking for weird information or personal information, just send an email to the real person in the district and ask, or just forward it to me and say, is this real? And or Drew or somebody else on the tech team, and we'll tell you right away if it's true or not. But right now, official information is coming from the district level. So if it's not one of the cabinet members and it's not a normal email or signature, just ignore it or forward it to me and ask if it's for real.
Yeah,
thank you.
Definitely. And then just stay updated on this live stream broadcast. We may change the time to a little later in the morning, but that information will be coming later today too. We need to have our cabinet meeting here following this live stream and put all of our information together and plans for the upcoming week, and we will get that out to you. But I'm excited about today we'll have our second Cardinal time at 1 p.m. And just remember, that's a broadcast for our students. It's more geared towards our students and our staff. I mean, accolades to those of you that are up, the students that are up this early and putting questions on here. But we know that many of our students are probably still between the sheets yet. And so we are having that broadcast a little later. Yesterday, Jennifer Jackson from Heartland Health, she mentioned that they are also going to be talking to us about all of our well-being. They'll have a different topic each week at 10:30 next week. But please follow the link that Lance will send out today and join us back here at 1 o'clock. That was fantastic yesterday. We had almost 600 students, I think students online watching us on YouTube and posting questions. A little more direction today, though. Same thing I said yesterday. We'll keep doing it as long as you're clean. You got to keep in mind that there's a lot of people watching that, and so don't be the one that ruins it for everybody. We want to answer questions. We also want to have a little fun with that broadcast and give you a chance to interact with each other during this time where you have to keep your distance from each other. But it can't be stuff that's inappropriate or you're going to get blocked. So I'll talk to the audience about that today at 1 o'clock, and we'd like to keep doing it. So it's a good thing, but we need to all move forward with that and make it better together. All right. That's all we have for our morning update today. Like I said, just keep your questions coming. Enjoy that first day of spring. For those of you students or even staff that are out there, today's a great day to do something for your neighbor. Scooping snow is an easy way to go out there and help that elderly neighbor or someone that's at risk that may not be able to do it themselves or doesn't want to expose themselves. So let's be kind, be respectful. Let's get better every day. We're doing it in a different way, but we'll keep moving forward. Take care, guys.